We're now going to go to a group that has helped us to explore the edge for this segment, and it's a group that is quite familiar with saving people from the edge, so bringing people right to the edge. First, I want to introduce J.J. Briggs. Hi, J.J.
Hi, Tom. How you doing?
Good. I'm doing great, J.J. And J.J. helped me last year to get up in one of the helicopters that he flies in. Tell us, what is it that you do?
Well, I'm an avionics technician, and what I do is I repair any kind of electrical equipment on helicopters, but I also do search and rescue on helicopters, meaning that when we go up, we take a rescue basket with the helicopter you're about to see, and we save people out of the water. That's our primary mission.
Fantastic. Now, they've already seen the helicopter. What they haven't seen is this big boat behind you, and I also have Mr. Brent Zato here. Hi, Brent.
How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing very well, and Brent has showed up with his crew, and tell us what you've got behind you here, Brent.
Well, behind me is a Coast Guard's 47-foot motor lifeboat. It's the premier search and rescue craft that the Coast Guard uses on the Oregon coast. I'm a boatmate first class over here at the Charleston Lifeboat Station. I'm one of the surfmen out here. What that basically boils down to is when the boat goes out to sea, I'm the one driving the boat and effecting the rescues and making things happen while we're out there.
All right. And one of the things that Brent made happen is he got some video clips for us, which we're going to show now for our internet viewers. But this great big boat, Brent, if you want to talk about it a little bit, have you ever been in one of these things when it rolled over?
I actually, I did, right here off of the Bassendorf Beach on the Oregon coast. I was during in a rollover on one of the boats.
Oh, you are kidding me. So this thing rolls over and it rights itself again?
Yes, it does. It is a self-righting, self-bailing craft, and it will rewrite within 8 to 10 seconds.
Oh my gosh. And so why are you out there? What are you both doing out there?
Well, you know, on the boat side of the house, you know, we're out there. Our main objective is preservation of life on sea. You know, the demanding waters of the Oregon coast, you know, it requires a lot of training. It requires a very capable crew and a capable craft to get out there and do it. And we spend hours and hours out there practicing for, you know, for the worst conditions that Mother Nature has to throw at us.
I guess. It looks like you don't normally dress this way when you're walking down the streets in Coos Bay. Is that right?
That's correct. You know, what we're wearing is it's a Gore-Tex dry suit that protects us from the elements while we're out on the boat, with a flotation vest and a pyrotechnics vest that in the event somebody of our crew does go over, you know, we have flares and stuff attached that, you know, we can signal the boat crew or another boat while we're out there.
Fantastic. And JJ, how about your side of it, search and rescue? What happens?
The missions are the same, and primarily we do the same job, only we're in the helicopter, so some things change. For example, my uniform that I'm wearing is a little bit different. This is an aviation dry suit coverall. It's a fireproof Gore-Tex suit, so it'll char and at 800 degrees, which is going to be helpful for flash fires. That's why we wear it, but it's also waterproof. It's the dry suit. So if we end up in the water, we should be okay for quite a lot longer. Our survivability goes way up. So we do the same job, and with me I just brought the flight helmets that we use, and also we use the same kind of a survival vest that the boat crews do, only we have some different gear in it. We've got a lot of pyrotechnics, as the boat crew does, but we use EPIRBs, that's a satellite tracking device, so if our helicopter were to crash, we could be found by, you know, basically our friends as soon as they can find us. So that's why we have EPIRBs. As far as the rest of the gear, I have a rescue basket right behind you, Tom, and that's our primary. This is our primary mode of rescue. Our goal is to get this basket to the survivor. Are there any kids that'd like to get in this basket? You want to get in? All right. Hop on in there. So what we try to do is we try to get this basket to you. So we'll fly in with the helicopter. Go ahead and sit down. And we'll hook it up right above your head on a hook, and then lift you straight out of the sky. And that's the entire evolution. It's pretty simple to talk about, a little more difficult to execute.
That's what I was going to say. Now, JJ, this doesn't happen on a calm dock like this. This happens out in the ocean, right? So the life on the edge can be pretty rugged out there, yes?
Absolutely. Most search and rescue cases aren't on a nice day. They're going to be in the middle of the night, on the stormiest day, in the middle of winter we can find, because that's when boats have their biggest problem.
All right, some big storms. And we saw some of the wreckage in the video of the new Carissa, which was one of those big storm events and a great big ship that got stranded. Thank you very much for your crew to come out and see this.